Sweet home. It was a big sigh of relief for the two Kenyan men held hostage by the Shabaab for close to 3 years as they arrived back in Nairobi this evening. Gichoi and Daniel Wanyoike were rescued by Amisom troops on Thursday. KTN's Ashamwilu traveled to Doble in Somalia to witness firsthand the two men's trip back home.
Weary, tired and injured, 53-year-old James Gichoi limps his way around an Amisom military base in Doble, Somalia. 25-year-old Daniel Wanyoike follows close behind. The last 3 years for these two men have been nothing short of torture. They have been held hostage by outlawed group Shabaab since 2011.
They took me from Dadaab to Somalia, where they put me in prison. They have moved me to so many different prisons, from Kisimayo, Elesa, Barahawa, up to Barahawa. My last prison where they come to list me through the mosque.
Wakati nimeweka jela kwa mwaka 3, nilishirimu nikiwa kwa jela, ndio Al-Shabaab waliachilia mimi, nikakuja mpaka hapo, wameweka matatu, wameweka hapo mpaka Doble. Jeshi ya Kenya wamechukua mimi.
We were not able to get them until they came 40 kilometers short of Doble town, where we were able to intervene in a matatu that was full of course, civilians.
James had left his wife and children back home and was working for aid agency Care International near the Dadaab camp. Daniel had just married his wife and was expecting their first child. He was working as a driver's assistant before he was kidnapped in Afmado. The two men have had no contact with their families since 2011.
The Al-Shabaab were not happy, for they had fighting with the Kenyan military in Doberi. So those people, like that time, 012, those people are not happy. So they were very eager with the Kenyans.
But officials are careful not to allow the men to tell too much of their 3 years in the hands of the enemy, at least not yet.
Surely you cannot think straight if you've been, what they're telling us, that they've seen people shot in front of them and slaughtered, not just shot, slaughtered in front of them. Then you cannot expect that person to really be coherent, to really be in their right sense of mind. So this is why we are protecting him.
But in no time, Daniel and James will be reunited with their families. They are happy to make the long drive from Doble to Liboi, and then after, catch their uncomfortable flight from Liboi to Nairobi. And on arrival, they'll have to undergo another session with the Kenya Defense Forces before being released to their families. More than 200 kilometers east of where we are, Doble town, is the Barawe town, and it's believed to be the sole remaining access to the seapoint that the Al-Shabaab currently has. It's also believed that this is where most of the Kenyan hostages, as well as hostages from other countries, are being held. And so currently Amisom's and KDF's focus is on that town to liberate it and of course release these hostages. Ashamwilu reporting for KTN in Doble, Somalia.